We got not one, but two times. Two huge news stories here this morning concerning Chokwe Antar Lumumba's incompetence and Jackson, Mississippi. Two iconic venues in Jackson, Mississippi that are on the cusp of no longer existing or no longer being owned by the city of Jackson. But first, we'll talk about Thalia Hall, and then we're going to talk about Smith-Will Stadium. A deadline has been given by the Attorney General's office for the state to sign over the deed. For the city of Jackson to sign over the deed back to the state of Mississippi. But first, guys, Men's Health of Mississippi. Man, this advertising has been working, I've been told. I'm going to keep it under 30 seconds. If you're suffering from fatigue, decreased muscle tone, lack of energy, low libido, that's your sex drive. If you wonder if your sex drive is lacking, ask your significant other. Guys, if you're gay, ask your boyfriend. Guys, if you're straight, ask your girlfriend. They'll tell you, yeah, boo-boo, you got the little low libido. Another thing is if you're waking up without that morning wood. I can confirm that I do not wake up without the morning wood. There, you know too much about my personal life. Anyway, brain fog and sleep disturbances are all symptoms of low testosterone. Text Clay, C-L-A-Y. That's right. You having some sexual dysfunction issues? Text my name. Let me get all up in your business to 601-327-8550. My crew out at Men's Health Mississippi will get in touch with you. They'll give them about 24 hours. Don't rush. Give them about 24 hours. They'll get in touch with you, get you scheduled, get you on in there to their office there in Madison, Mississippi at Highland Boulevard. I can't remember the address exactly, but neither here nor there. They'll get you rolling in there. You'll be good to go. See Scott McCullough and the team. You will not regret it. Maybe you don't need testosterone. I can't imagine you're not. If you're overweight, you probably need testosterone too. But hey, you just want to lose 20 pounds or more? This goes for men and women. Text weight loss to the same phone number, 601-327-8550. And they're going to get you scheduled in there for a consultation for generic Ozempic. It's called compounded semaglutide. I take both, the steroid or the testosterone and the semaglutide, and it's been a game changer. I lost 70 pounds before I ever started doing any of that. Now that I've started doing that, the testosterone is changing the way my body looks. I do not look like the same person anymore from the neck down, and frankly, the face either from the weight loss. The semaglutide is helping me get over the hump of the last 20, 25 pounds I'm trying to lose. I lost 10 alone last month. This stuff works. Real talk. Get in touch with them. Thank me later. Just be sure to use my two promo codes because I do make a little bit of money like that. So it's a way you can help support this channel without it costing you an additional penny. Text Clay for testosterone. Text weight loss for weight loss. 601-327-8550. Let's jump into it with the mayor of Jacktown, Chokwe Antar Lumumba. He's got his excuses fired up. The headline reads over at WLBT, very minor issues. Mayor responds to State Fire Marshal's inspection of Thalia Hall. We're going to start it over here.
All coming up regarding Thalia Hall after a recent inspection by the state this time.
3 on your sides. Verlicia Gavin hears from Jackson's mayor about the city's next steps. Verlicia?
So Courtney and Howard, the State Fire Marshal's office found 22 code violations during an inspection of Thalia Hall. Jackson Mayor Chokwe Antar Lumumba calls these minor issues that won't be hard for the city to address. Right now, outside of Thalia Hall, you'll find trash on the steps and human feces on the balcony. This was one health concern found by the State Fire Marshal's office during an inspection of the building. Once inside, they found 22 2024 International Fire Code violations. These include multiple out-of-date fire extinguishers, blocked exit doors, and open electrical boxes. The pop-up inspection comes at no surprise to Jackson Mayor Chokwe Antar Lumumba.
There's no coincidence that
This is where he insinuates racisms. You know, like they add an S on the end of Kroger and they turn it into Kroger's. This is when he puts that little S on the end of racism.
talk about Thalia Hall and the things that we're doing, and then there's a sudden inspection.
Let's watch that again. That little jazz hand movement he just did right there.
There's a sudden inspection that we talk about Thalia Hall and the things that we're doing, and then
Ta-da! A sudden inspection because we done fucked up.
There's a sudden inspection of Thalia Hall. There are things that I can't speak on based on HR restrictions, but we're going to push forward with Thalia.
The Performing Arts Center closed its doors over a month ago due to a mold outbreak. Lumumba believes many of the violations will be easy fixes once people are allowed back inside the building.
A lot of those issues were very minor issues that won't take long to deal with, period, right? The biohazard thing is not something that is, a weeks-long pursuit. It's a cleanup, and it's to ensure that we don't have the unhoused getting up in that area anymore.
The mayor
That's what he called it, the unhoused. That's his new word for homeless people, by the way.
says there is a contractor on standby as the city discusses ways to limit access to the building's balcony. The recent spotlight on Thalia started when the building's HVAC system failed after operating on 25% capacity for a decade. When asked why it wasn't repaired sooner, Mayor Lumumba claims the city only recently received the money and adds if the system had not failed, the public would not be aware of the issues inside the building and they would be addressed internally.
We wouldn't be talking about it, and you would be none the wiser if it had just held out a little longer and we had made our request, the money had been applied, the engineering had been done, and then we replaced it. Unfortunately, it didn't agree with us in that regard.
We got lucky. They were trying to skirt up under the floor there. Hopefully nobody will see anything. Nothing to see here. We got it patched up. I'm going to be talking to the lady that ran Thalia Hall, who they have now tried to drop in the grease, roll under the bus. See what she has to say about all this here in the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that.
Now, there is a tab on the city's websites to give you updates on the building's repairs. This includes the proposed necessary repairs found by consultants hired by the city. The report from the State Fire Marshal's office will not be posted on this tab. For Lisa Gavin, they're on your side.
All right. So let's go to the other story I have here. Now, it never fails. When I try to do a video and I got something in the dryer, it buzzes 3 or 4 times. I apologize. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. It won't let me pause. I have to merge 2 videos together. That never works. So, continuing, the state has demanded that, get the right switch here. The state has demanded that the city of Jackson turn over the deed to Smith-Will Stadium. Suffice to say, they're not happy about that. But let's listen to WJTV, see what they got to say, and then I'll give you my opinion.
Mississippi Attorney General Lynn Fitch is demanding the city of Jackson to turn over the deed to Smith-Will Stadium. Attorney Fitch notified the city on September 13th. Her office was directed by House Bill 1983 to take action and enforce the reverter language in the 1944 deed, which sent the title from the state to the city of Jackson. The letter also states the parcel must be used for park purposes. Commissioner for the Legacy League and owner of the Hank Aaron Sports Academy, Tim Bennett, says the question at the end of the day is, can we all get along?
It hurts the children more than it hurts anybody else. And when we're using the facility for what it was built for, and we're taking care of the facility, we're taking care of the field out front, when you've got 6 high schools and they have no place to play, idle hands is the devil's workshop. And you can see a lot of things going on in Jackson that don't necessarily have to go on if you have sports in these kids' lives.
The city has until September 30th to transfer the deed, or the state will take legal action.
Hate that legal
From
action.
this can't miss moment to this hello new grandpa moment.
Hate that legal action. I'm excited about it. I'm excited. Jackson's got a fighter's chance. Smith-Will Stadium. I mean, why wouldn't you want the state to own it? Unless you're running a hustle, which they're clearly running a hustle based on what that man is owed in rent over there, and he hadn't paid, and what he's making on that parking contract with the VA. Now, I forget the exact numbers, but it's $250,000, $350,000 a year he's getting for that contract, and he's supposed to be paying, I think, $125,000 minimum a year on the stadium. So there's at minimum $125,000 or so in extra money there, if not more. I mean, he ain't even paying that. So he's almost just walking out of there with all the money from the parking lot deal. I mean, look, it just feels like one of them dirty deals where somebody said, yeah, just give me my cut. I'll make it all go away. I ain't saying that's what happened. I'm just saying that's what it feels like. And the state stepped in and said, no, 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 no. No, they closed that bar immediately after this drop. This, oh crap, busted. The bar got to go. But they still claim they didn't do nothing wrong. But why'd y'all make that bar close if you ain't doing nothing wrong? It implies guilt. Now, look, the deal with Tim Bennett, it doesn't bother me. Tim needs to pay his bills. I mean, that's factual. You know, I understand COVID came through. They worked out a deal. They did this, they did that. But all that was illegal. You know? And like I say, he's got the money coming through with that parking contract with the VA. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, dog. So the Smith Wills, the legendary stadium, it's pretty much in shambles. I mean, I guess high schools can still play there. Some HBCUs can still play there. People who are used to playing in smaller facilities. I don't mean it as a knock. It's outdated, right? But it's still nicer than any regular facility you can go play baseball at. And even these brand new stadiums or fields in the counties, they're not stadiums. They're just fields with some bleachers around them. They ain't no stadiums. It is a stadium with quite the rich history as well. It'd be nice to see them take it and kind of convert it back to that and really grab a hold of its history and maybe make it a Mississippi professional baseball active museum. That's what I would do. Have as much Mississippi Mets stuff in there, General stuff, Mississippi Braves stuff, and then, of course, whoever's going to play there, you know, have their stuff. I think it would let it be a piece of living, breathing Mississippi sports history, with it being right there next to the Dizzy Dean Sports Museum, the Ag Museum. I would hate to see it torn down. I would think you could put an AstroTurf field on it if it didn't already. Start using it for concerts and events, car shows, whatever. So I think there is life for Smithville Stadium ahead of it because it's done. I think it could be a rather inexpensive facility to maintain and run. Pay somebody like Tim Bennett to run it and book the tournaments there. Let the state handle the museum side of it and the concessions and just all that stuff. So I don't know. I'm optimistic about it. You know, we were the first site to break it. I knew about this bill passing before anybody else. Of course, nobody ever gives your boy a lick of damn credit. But you can go back here to my lives from the day that broke. And it was us that broke it. So again, I don't need credit, but I just want people to know. When people tell me, Clay, you don't know. Oh, Clay knows. All right, so Thalia Hall. My prediction stands. As long as Chokwe Lumumba is mayor, there will never be another event held there again. And clearly, there will never be another event held at Smithwills again with the city as owner of it. Should have been paying attention. Should have been paying attention, dog. All right, man, y'all tune into the Clay Edwards Show every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. The live streams are now upon us. We can't wait. It's going to be good times, dope rhymes all over the place. Let's see here. Here is the flyer for tomorrow's show. Grab this wherever you're watching. Yep, the most incendiary show on the radio in all of America with Sean Yorkron. It's episode 833 of the Clay Edwards Show. You can watch it, video, camera, in the studio now. So excited about that. All right, man. You guys stay blessed. Hey, don't forget that Shad White video we did the other day. They got him fired up over there at Shad White headquarters. He will be on the show Wednesday, October 2nd to defend himself. So we are looking forward to that. We will be respectful with Shad. I like Shad 51% of the time. It's 49% of the time that I got the problem with. But I think he'll be surprised at how well we treat him. But we do ask tough questions. You know, we don't pull punches. I ain't gonna fight him. I ain't gonna fight him if he wants to lie. He gonna lie if that's what he wants to do. And you know, the public will be able to make up their minds on it. But with all that said, man, we're excited. Got Shad coming on. Had some more good guests lined up here soon. The show just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You can go to I got a page here on YouTube, a already scheduled event. You can click to watch it, get a notification when it watches. Bam. See you at 7:05 tomorrow morning and every Monday through Friday morning right here on YouTube for the most popular, most incendiary radio show in all of Mississippi. That's the Clay Edwards Show. Peace out.